All right, I think we're gonna be
We're
live.
live.
Once we're live, I will tell you guys. Once this loads. Jeez, this is crazy. This is just bad luck. There's nothing we could have done. Okay, awesome. We are live. It worked. Awesome. What's
Great.
up, guys? So we were originally supposed to do this on Facebook Live. So what I'm actually going to do is post about this real quickly in our Facebook group and page so that people know where to join us. And then we'll get started with the interview in just a second. In the meantime, Savvas, tell us your best joke.
I'm not good at jokes, but Tom is.
Hey, guys.
Come on, say something.
It's okay. You don't have to be on the spot. It's all good.
My worst best jokes
Tell
are
us your
fun.
worst best joke.
So.
Let me post in the group. So please join us on YouTube. And if you guys are here on YouTube, let us know if you think we should do these interviews on YouTube Live moving forward, because Facebook has too many issues. Jumping ship. We're live on YouTube. Unfortunately, Facebook won't let me go live in the group. Thank you for bearing with us, guys. We will start this in just a second. Join us here. All right, perfect. Yeah, this has happened too many times now to where I think YouTube Live is just going to be the solution because this is craziness. All right, so we're good. So we're going to get started, guys. What's up, bot fam? Welcome to There's a Bot for That, our live interview show where we feature the movers and shakers of the Facebook Messenger bot world and conversational marketing worlds. If you're live with us right now, comment hashtag live in the comments down below. And if you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay in the comments. I am really excited today to introduce the CEO and CTO of Viral Loops, the amazing viral and referral marketing software, which recently integrated ManyChat into their platform for giveaways, and they'll be adding more use cases soon, which we'll kind of hint at the end. So please welcome Savvas and Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Hi, everyone. We're really happy to be here.
Awesome.
And can't wait to share, tactics and tips and everything around messenger marketing.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for what we have in store for you guys today. So before we dive into the platform itself and all the awesome things that you guys have been able to create and help your customers do with Viral Loops and Messenger, what's the story behind starting Viral Loops, since you guys are also the co-founders of the platform?
Yeah, so we're coming from, actually, I'm coming from the marketing space. And 4 years ago, I founded a growth marketing agency called Growth Rocks. And back then, one of the core services we've been providing to our clients was word of mouth marketing, referral campaigns. But our customers were paying quite a few money for these services, and we used a lot of tools out there. But mainly, we put our expertise to bring results. So
yeah,
back then. I had my friend Thomas, because we were good friends for quite a few years, right?
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. And we decided, okay, why don't we create something like a platform for medium-sized businesses so they can use all of our expertise with the technology out of the box for $100 per month and get the same results for their business.
Yeah.
So this is how we started. But it's interesting also, Tom, to give his background.
Yeah, we actually built it for ourselves, because at the time I was running a lot of consulting and my own startups. I was in Chile, in Startup Chile, and then I was running consulting for several startups in Silicon Valley, but there was always something missing. I was in charge of the technical side, but most products had a problem in the marketing side.
For sure.
I thought, why can't we productize this, like the whole marketing thing? Right. So this is when I started, collaborating with Savvas, and then also started working with ManyChat like 2 years ago.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Actually, I have a long story with ManyChat. So yeah, I started working with other platforms like around bots, but then I saw the spirit that with what ManyChat is implementing stuff.
Yeah.
So I committed full time to that.
Yeah, actually, the truth is that he always wanted to be a marketer. This is why he became my friend.
Yeah. Love it. Well, that is so cool that you guys were friends and then started a business together, because like Tomas, you having seen like the Silicon Valley world and kind of what makes or breaks startups there, like it's always the people, and people just go into business because they just need a co-founder, not so much they love the person and they have the same values, etc. And so that's really cool.
Complementary skills, right?
Yes, totally. Such a big one as well. That's even something we've discovered at Schoolbots. It somehow worked out where Kyle, my co-founder, and I, we both have like completely opposite skills. So it worked out like perfectly. It kind of seems to be the way with you guys as well. So that's really, really cool to see. And just to say hey to everyone who's live with us, what's up, Bridget, the digital marketing guy? What's up? I love your name. And what's up, Digitally Fit? Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. So Viral Loops is all about viral and referral marketing, right? And so how would you guys define referral marketing to someone who isn't familiar with it? Or like, what does that really mean to you guys as a platform?
Yeah, so basically for us, referral marketing is when you can actually incentivize and make your best customers bring their friends, talk about your business, about your brand, and get you more sales, more awareness, and more actually growth. So this is it for me.
Amazing. Yeah, perfect. Short, concise, to the point, makes sense. And if you guys who are watching have any questions about referral marketing or what you can really do with it, we're going to obviously dive into some case studies and results. But any questions you guys have, if you're totally new to it, just drop them in the chat and we will answer those questions for you guys. So diving into now our integration with ManyChat and Viral Loops, you guys created a way to essentially allow people to create viral messenger campaigns, right? Through the share button and through the integration that you guys have created. What are some of the results that your customers have been able to get by using this integration? And I know we'll dive into case studies later on as we show like a little demo and screen share, but just real quick to kind of give people an idea of what they might be able to do with this.
Yeah, Tom, would you like to? Yeah, sure. So it's interesting that actually we built the first integration and the first template. I'll give you more details about our templates are. It's similar to ManyChat templates, but not exactly the same.
Comparison.
Yeah. So basically, we had a client, a big health club with 50 gyms around the country. And the request they had was, okay, we want to use your referral marketing platform because most of our customers, actually 48% of their customers come from invites and from physical gift cards. But we want somehow actually to engineer it in the digital world. So how can we do the same thing in our website, in our platform? And, the common thing is that, okay, maybe you can run a referral program similar to Dropbox, invite a friend and you both get a discount or some perks. But the problem with that is that they have their audience, they have a lot of millennials and a lot of people that don't use their emails. That was one problem.
Yeah.
The second problem was that, okay, they say when people exercise and work out, they don't check their emails often, but they do use Facebook Messenger, Instagram. So how can we actually have them engaged in real time? Because when they are in our gyms, we can sell them, we can engage with them, we can talk to them in a more interactive way. So Thomas also, as he mentioned, he had the experience with ManyChat. So we thought, okay, how can we do the same thing that we do through email and other platforms through Facebook Messenger? So this is how we, the first idea came. And then instead of just building something directly inside the product, we made an MVP. So we designed a campaign for that client to make sure, because we didn't know basically if it will work. So we came up with a giveaway and we say that, okay, we can run a giveaway, a huge giveaway for 20 days. And instead of just asking people to join the giveaway through an email, for example, we will ask them to join through Messenger, and then we can incentivize them to bring more friends into the giveaway.
Yeah.
So this is how the first client that we took used Viral Messenger, and I'll give you more details.
And also, like, something important we committed to, like, besides experimenting and doing a quick MVP, we also committed to one experiment every day. So we tried
interesting.
several ways to engage and re-engage with our audience, and this is what we've built, is the product of that. So we have several extensions that we will roll out the next weeks.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
And regarding some results about the client, is that they managed to gather 35,000 subscribers in 20 days.
Amazing.
And the interesting thing is that 49% of them came from invites. So that was
really cool.
Yeah, and actually this is, they were convinced basically to start using Messenger, and now, they use Messenger across their marketing activities and tactics.
Also, the scan code application was quite interesting, right?
Yeah, so for this client, we didn't use only the digital properties and assets that they have, like their website, their Facebook account, or their Instagram account, because they have gyms. So what we did is that we printed a lot of posters and we put them in all of the gyms, and some stickers everywhere in the place, and with the instructions on how people can scan the code. And we talked to the managers of the health clubs, so they explained to people how they can do it. And it was interesting because we went to the gyms personally, Thomas and I.
Yeah.
And what happened is that the word of mouth was not, was not generated just from invites, but people were telling their friends, "Oh, look what the other guy does. He has his phone and scans something, and it's not the QR code." That QR codes, actually, I don't like them at all. They don't work. Right. But it was interesting because everyone was trying to scan the messenger code. So we took a lot of people and a lot of participations and subscribers from these codes.
That's super interesting. Do you at all, before we move on, do you at all know like the percentage of users who came in from in-person versus digital?
Yeah, so from in-person, we had around 25% of the total participants. And then a lot of people that were participating, they were inviting other people inside the gym.
Okay.
And that was interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, something else. Okay, because we started talking about the giveaway. I think
sure. Yeah, kind of set the foundation so people get an idea.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll show you how it works. Something else that worked really well is that we didn't follow the traditional giveaway concept that you have a big prize that somebody, 1 or 2 or 3 people win in the end of the giveaway. So instead of doing that, we wanted to have a more engaged experience. So we decided to have 20 rewards, 20 prizes, and draw 1 reward every day. So each day we had a winner. We were announcing the winner on our Facebook page. We were doing videos, interviews with them. So people were saying that, actually one of their friends won. And we also actually made we distributed basically the winners. So we tried to have not all the winners from a specific health club. So we had multiple basically giveaways with multiple rewards, because it was important basically to spread the word inside the health clubs. So it was something, that worked really well for us.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. I think that sets a really good foundation for then what we're going to be sharing in the screen share as well. So if you want to dive into that now, let's do that. Start sharing your screen whenever you want. And then we're going to walk you guys through essentially how this was set up for the health club, as well as other customers they've had, like the beard club, a couple other clubs, right? All sorts of different customers that you guys have that have been able to do exactly what the health club did with Viral Loops and the ManyChat template that they put together. And we'll be able to walk you guys through that.
So I'm now sharing my screen. Just give me a sec.
No worries. I'll tell you when I can see it. Perfect. In the meantime, oh, there we go. Awesome.
Great. So, so the link that I'm now hitting is basically the link from the growth tool that people can click. You know, you can have it on your website. So what happens is that when you click that link, you're joining basically the giveaway. So you can do that by using a single click. Of course, you can have more, let's say, steps. So if you want to ask to give people the terms and conditions, or if you want to ask more data, like an email or a phone number, you can change that. So this is a simple giveaway that people can just enter by hitting a growth tool. And then what happens is that automatically we generate a card, as you can see, and people can share it directly with their friends with a single click. So let's say that I want to invite my friend Tom. I just click send. So what happens here is that we don't incentivize people just to share something, but we incentivize them to invite their friends and reward them when their friends join the campaign. So what happens is that when Tom actually joins the giveaway, so when Tom becomes a Facebook Messenger subscriber,
yeah, I get this card, and then I have to click what I wanted to, right?
Yeah, exactly. From this link. What happens is that I get more entries to the giveaway. So this is the basic, let's say, referral concept of the giveaway. The more friends you invite, the more entries you get in the giveaway. Now that's the first step. What happens next is that we have some keywords inside the template. I'll show you the template in a while. So we can make the whole experience more interactive. So what happens here is, for example, if I write entries and I send to the bot, then the bot responds how many entries I have so far. You can customize the number of entries. So for example, you can say that if you invite one friend, you will get 10 entries or 20 entries. Actually, the number of entries you define for the template is basically, if let's say how can I say, how much you want to reward people. So if you want to reward the referrals a lot, you can increase the number of entries they get, because this plays a significant role of who wins when you run the draw.
Yeah.
We've seen that a good ratio is 1 to 10. So 1 if for somebody who joins, and 10 for each referral he gets. So these are default settings also for the template.
Yeah.
Got it.
10 entries. Yeah, it's quite good. And then we have the invitation. You can just click on it, or again, you can write it here. And what happens is that you can get again your sharing card, so you can keep inviting friends. So this is, let's say, the main flow. So just for an example, like if Savvas now starts eating with 10 of his friends, then the same cycle will start with these 10 friends if they want to play this game, and then this will spread out eventually, like hopefully, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And then now, if you guys are perfect, you're going to jump into Viral Loops, kind of show what that looks like then, because you can track all of this there.
Yeah. Yes. So just to give you a very briefly overview of Viral Loops. So as we mentioned, this is a viral and referral marketing platform. So we have our templates, not ManyChat templates, for running several referral campaigns, from viral giveaways through Messenger, or based on emails, or you can run referral programs for your e-commerce stores, for your Shopify app. We have other giveaway concepts like the leaderboard, in which essentially people win based on the number of friends they invite. So you can say, for example, that the top 10 people win, or the top 50 people win, and goes on. And we also have the milestone referral template, which is basically our signature template, in which you can set up different milestones, like 3 friends, 10 friends, 20 friends. And basically, the more friends you invite, the better perks you unlock. And just a hint here, it's something that is coming to Messenger soon. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
So to link it with our initial intro. So in the Viral Loops world, templates is a package of knowledge and tools in order to launch a viral giveaway with ways we've seen that working for other clients. And this is the same with the ManyChat template. So we have several flows and growth tools, as you will see in the next few minutes, that we have seen that worked well for our messenger campaigns.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept, but in different platforms, pretty much.
Awesome.
Yeah, so basically, actually, this is also a question that we get a lot of times is, okay, why should I use your platform instead of just building my own template? You will see that it's much faster, but the thing and the value that you will take from here is that we have the package of all the knowledge and all the templates that you can run in parallel, which is very important. So you have one platform which can act like a mini CRM with all the data of your customers, and then you can push everything to ManyChat and run your campaigns out of the box. So how it works basically. Please, Natasha, do you have any questions?
Yeah. No, one question that we got from Wayne, he says, does incentivization to share violate Facebook's terms of service? And if you guys kind of want to answer that now, or we can get into that later on too, in terms of like how this goes along with Facebook's policies.
Yeah, so that's a very great, it's a great question. Basically, we don't incentivize shares in timelines, or we don't get, because for example, if you read the policy, it says that we incentivize people to invite their friends, and it's exactly the same as you've seen on the web. So for example, if you join a referral program on a website, you will see that you can invite your friends through Facebook Messenger. And again, it gets your list and you can set it to specific people. So we don't give points, for example, if somebody spams his friend list, or if he just shares something on his wall or on their friend's wall.
Yeah. Awesome. So Wayne, let us know if that gave you a little bit more insight, and Danielle too, you kind of got back to him as well, which is awesome because you said, I don't think so. Person needs to opt in. So awesome. All right, let's continue on here. And any questions that you guys have as well that we haven't gotten to yet, feel free to drop those in the chat as well.
Great. So how it works basically is that you can select the template. The first thing that we ask from a user is basically to enter the name of the campaign, as you can see here. Just let me.
Once it loads.
Yeah,
no worries, it's all good. We've been having so many tech issues.
The bandwidth.
Yeah, because of the video, maybe.
Yeah, totally. No worries. You want to try
go back and
here it is. So you just select the template, and then we give you an API key that you can copy it basically and install it in your ManyChat template. So you just click the button and we redirect you inside ManyChat. So what we give you basically is that you get a simple growth tool, an opt-in link that you can share to your audience to join the giveaway. We'll give you more tips on growth tools and what we've seen working so far, like common growth tools that you can use for the pre-launch or the post-launch. We'll deep dive in that too. We have the two keywords, the invitation and entries, which is basically the functionality that I showed you before on how you can see how many entries you have, and also grab again your invitation so you can send it to your friends. And something here, we'll show it in the flows, is that basically we progressively educating the participant on how they can type in invite or entries. We don't do that. We don't expect people to know that, and we don't do that when the same time that people join the campaign. So we try to re-engage them during the giveaway. And then we have 8 flows. Some flows are completely technical, and you don't need to do anything. So it's just the connection with Viral Loops with the API. So when you see a flow with the API, don't touch it.
I'm not gonna see it either way. Like it's buried inside.
Yeah. And then we have the rest of the flows, like the basic flow of the giveaway, the invite flow, the entries flow, and some re-engagement flows that you can use them out of the box. So you install the template, and then if we go to flows, we have a specific folder with all the flows and specific instructions on how basically you can edit the copy, and you can and how you can make the changes.
So you can either launch it as it is, like without even doing anything, but if you want to personalize it, you will. You can go within each flow. No technical mambo jumbo here. Just copy.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, and we have notes what you can change and why, and what does it mean. So as you can see, we have the technical stuff bundled into a folder, which we specifically say do not edit. And then you just go within each flow if you want, and it's just like a few copies that you have changed. All of these are documented in our platform, but it's also self-documented within the flows.
Perfect. And if someone is not totally familiar with it, would you mind clicking in on one of the flows and just zooming in so people can see it a little bit more?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sure. That's just the tough thing. ManyChat always zooms out a little bit. But just to kind of show people what the format is here. Okay, awesome.
So here is the card that we saw before, and here we have also some connections with the API.
Yeah, we also try to be defensive, like like if somebody misuses the template, so he gets immediate feedback that he broke something, but it hasn't happened yet. So in this particular flow, the only things you have to change is the image here and the copy. So you do that, this and that, and then the thank you thing. That's it.
Fantastic. And so this is just one of the main parts that someone would edit, and then I'd say almost everything else is pretty much set.
Yeah.
Other than basically the text and image, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just copy and images. So you can put your own GIFs. Basically, we've seen that GIFs work really, really well, and people love. So, and here's the basic flow. Let me zoom a bit here, as you can see. So we have everything out of the box on how people join the campaign, on what happens when they do so. And we test a lot of this stuff, so we make quite a few changes. And it's interesting because ManyChat gives us actually the option to add more flows. So, for example, as you can see here, we have some re-engagement flows that you can trigger them, let's say, a few hours after somebody joins, or a few days. That's totally up to you. That you can say, okay, hello again. We're super excited that you've joined our campaign. Don't forget to invite your friends. An interesting insight we had with the re-engagement flows is that people want to see really, really short messages because we made some user testing into the health club specifically. And when they were getting, 3 or 4 messages, let's say that we send a broadcast or an engagement flow, and it's only one message, but broken in 3 or 4, let's say, blocks. We think that we send out just one message, but the user, basically, people get 4 messages into their notification screen. And they think, they're spamming me. I don't want to open that. So what we suggest is that try to keep your engagement flows really, really short, and let people, interact in a way so they can invite their friends again.
Yeah, that's a great copywriting tip, because absolutely, that's one of the problems that actually like people messaging each other make in general, right? I'm sure we all have that one friend who sends like 10 messages, but like each one has its own sentence, and you're like, that could have all been just one message, one notification, but no, it's like total spam. And I feel like it's like, like people are used to that.
For this interview.
Exactly. So that's a great point to make just in general. If you guys are starting to test out copy inside of your bots, make sure to make things like as concise as possible, but within like their own bubbles, right? So just keep that in mind. And Danielle had a great question. She said, would this be considered promotional messages after the 24-hour policy and therefore against the TOS?
Well, I don't think we're promoting something, right?
No.
So the promotional messages are about a broadcast, right? So I don't think it applies here.
Yeah, in this case, and I can totally jump in here too, because I'm always talking about this with people as well. Because this isn't technically promoting like a sale, this is technically considered content and could even be considered under subscription messaging as an update. This would not go against the 24+1 policy. What would is if then, you know, after this, you guys are like, hey, by the way, which I saw with the Beard Club as well, which they did follow the 24+1, is that after they engage you in the giveaway, then they engage you again with a like non-promotional message that says, hey, like you won runner-up, right? Second runner-up. And then once you engage with that message, then they give you a promo code. And that's actually, so for a long time, Facebook didn't have this in their policies, but now, and I can actually pull up a screenshot and show you guys later in the comments, Facebook, like, it's really funny kind of how they word it, but essentially they say, here is your workaround, like send a non-promotional message and then send your promotional message. And I saw it the other day because I was just reviewing. I tend to review it probably like every week. And I was like, oh, that's really funny the way they worded it, because they literally said that pretty much. And so with something like this, if you did want to engage people like the Beard Club did, where the second runner-ups got a promo code or something where like they didn't win the free thing, but you still want to give them something to keep them engaged with your brand if they're actually interested in your products, and that's a good way to do it as well. But great question, Danielle. And this is always something you guys should be asking yourselves constantly anytime you're putting out campaigns or broadcasts is, does this go against TOS? So thank you for asking that.
Yeah, and you mentioned runner-ups. I think it's a great tactic. So we're really happy to see actually the Beard Club that they run the campaign with us through Ari Baga, another great friend. And I think with the runner-ups, it's a way that you can generate basically revenue after a giveaway very quickly. And we've seen other examples of people use runner-ups during the campaign, like hidden, hidden secret offers and flash sales.
Interesting. How does that how does that perform compared to just giving like a runner-up at the end of the campaign?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't have any benchmarks, but I know one of our partners that they generate a lot of money from that because it was a huge discount with free delivery, and it was something like, you just want this huge discount and you're never going to see it again on our website. So I would suggest that you can, experiment with that and see what happens.
Yeah, totally. Have like an irresistible
Another
offer.
thing I wanted to point out is like the format of the flows. It has a specific format. So we have the basic flow, which is like the skeleton for everything else, and then everything is quite small and standalone. So, for example, this calls the entries flow, or the calls directly the API. So what we've seen from clients doing is using these as examples and expanding the template. So we have several suggestions regarding how we can produce more flows to give to our clients. And also, this is also an invitation for the people hearing us that would like to hear more ideas. So for example, if you just use this component, you get synced with the Viral Loops platform, and you get all the points and all the data that Viral Loops has. So you can use them and produce more and more smart things and personalized.
Yeah, basically, we're building new templates and not just giveaways, but ongoing referral programs, ambassador programs that you can use for your e-commerce store. So if you have any ideas or feedback or flows, feel free to shoot us. And basically, we want to create also industry-specific templates for fashion, for other verticals. And we, if you have any templates or ideas, we'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Because as we said in the templates, for the templates already, we went to encapsulate knowledge, specific knowledge, industry knowledge into our product.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. And it makes a lot of sense, especially as a messenger bot world grows and grows and more businesses add them to their business. And one thing also I want to point out too, that you guys obviously do really well here out of necessity in the flow, but which is a good practice to have, is instead of trying to rebuild. So for example, if you have that basic entry flow, right? And maybe you need to send a bunch of people to it, instead of having to rebuild that for every single time you use it, like actually just using the start another flow feature. People don't use it enough, but it's a really great way to be able to track everything in one place, as opposed to rebuilding that flow inside of all of your flows, if that makes sense. Just because I think that's something people overlook. It seems simple right now, but then you look at a lot of people's bots and they do that and they don't like stay efficient with it. So that's just one thing I wanted to point
It
out.
actually creates a lot of mistakes when you change stuff, right?
Yeah, because you've got to go and update every other flow as well.
Yeah, exactly. These are our basic flow right now. You enter through the growth tool, but we have used the same also for the comment growth tool or for the scan code growth tool. So everything goes to that, and we change that, and it changes everywhere.
Gotcha.
So
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us and kind of showing how you guys built this out, because as we had kind of talked about before, a lot of people had tried to build this out themselves. And even I have as well for other purposes. Like, for example, for one of our clients, Social Media Examiner, they produce a ton of content. And so we were trying to track how many people were sharing that content with friends every single day. And I had to create like 5 different scenarios in Integromat and like build a bunch of stuff here in ManyChat. And even then, like it didn't work 100% of the time. So it's really great that you guys have built this out as a template, like you said, because I think like the more templates we can have in marketing that work, you know, like the better marketing people are going to have. So thank you for taking the time to share that. And as we get into
that's a note on that. So sorry to
no, it's all good.
So from what we've counted, like, and we've taken feedback from clients, it takes them from, you know, from getting into the platform to actually launching a campaign, like less than 2 hours.
Okay, so, interesting. That's really good to know. That's super fast compared to the time most companies spend. So there you go. Another benchmark for you guys. What are some last tips or tactics that have worked or have not worked for you guys? And what have you learned from them just having launched this, you know, with Messenger specifically?
Yeah, so what I really liked also from the Bird Club campaign is that they did a pre-launch. So around, I think, a week or 2 before the actual giveaway started. So they made a pre-launch with the comment growth tool, and they asked people to write the word in the comments. We also seen that you can generate also a lot of comments if you have smart questions. So we have an insurance company that says, okay, write us actually how much gas you put every month in your car, and we'll get back to you, and you will be entered basically to the giveaway via Messenger. So we've seen that the comment growth tool works very well for a pre-launch and the actual announcement of the giveaway organically. So you will get a lot of people organically during the giveaway. Something that we tried, you know, we read about it, but we didn't believe that, and we saw that from a mistake, was that we tried actually to run a comment growth tool and asking people to directly leave a comment, and then Facebook demoted the post. So that didn't work. So from our experience, we've seen that if you want to run Facebook ads when the giveaway, during the giveaway, it would be better with by using links, something also that we discussed a few days ago. As mentioned before, we've seen that if you have multiple rewards and run draws every day, it works really well. And you can have multiple media like short videos, Instagram stories. Also, something that was really cool with another campaign that we did is that they had 10 prizes for 10 days. And then they announced during the giveaway that they have one huge prize at the end of the giveaway. And what happened is that they announced the winners, you know, in a way that traditional radio producers did it in the past. So they called these people from Facebook Messenger, and they say, okay, how I'm talking to, I just wanted to let you know that you just won the giveaway. And they were recording all of this stuff, and it was really, you know, spontaneous, the whole thing. And then, of course, they took the permission to post it, and they had around 8 super fun videos. You know, people screaming, "No, I didn't believe that I won," and all this stuff. So it was really cool. And also the runner-ups that we mentioned before.
Yes.
And also like using the segmentation of users that engaged with the giveaway and targeting them through with ads. That's also through ManyChat, right? So that worked also well.
Yes. One more thing I'd like to show very quickly. Because I mentioned the multiple draws, and this is also a problem that a lot of people face, that they need to download their audience, run a script in a spreadsheet or something. So when you run a giveaway, we have the analytics dashboard that you can see how many people participated in the giveaway and how many people invited their friends. My demo giveaway is not so successful. And you can see here also the people that joined, the number of entries they have, and the referral code. And basically, you can pick the winners through our dashboard. And let's say, no, actually, let's say, and then I can confirm the winner. I can chat with them, and ManyChat opens. And when I do that, there is also a section with the winners, so you can, you know, manage the rewards and talk to them at the end of the giveaway. So it's easier actually to manage your campaign.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a great point. That's one of the amazing things about ManyChat too, is that you can lead people directly to the conversation with your users. So for customer support, for marketing, for sales, like this is something that can be taken as like a format for all of you guys who are here watching for anything that you're implementing for your client, because you can always use the ManyChat ID to create a conversation and then therefore send that link to your sales reps and that link to, in this case, for giveaways, right? So that's a really cool thing that you guys are able to do.
Another last insight / word of warning that we've seen, like a loophole that we usually see with clients, is taking tools or tactics out of context. So we've seen giveaways work best when they're part of a whole plan of how to engage with the users. So that's why we have also launched a few playbooks. You can also find what we did, what we specifically did for this gene chain, in order to have a great giveaway.
Yeah, no, that's awesome that you guys share that. Is that on your blog, or is that inside of like your documentation? Okay, yeah, definitely go check that out, guys, because that'll give you, I think, a lot of ideas of how you can implement this, not just for gyms, but for pretty much any company that you want to do a giveaway for. Because that's one of the best ways, just kind of going to like the basics of messenger marketing, like in a strategy, doing a giveaway at the very beginning of your bot launch is a great way to immediately build your list, bring in leads, and start to qualify people and segment them. Because that's one of the toughest parts is, you know, user acquisition through a bot. There's so many different ways, but how do you decide that, right? And what's the offer that you can have so that you bring in a lot of people at once and then be able to grow your list from there? So
it's also a great way to migrate your emailing list, right? So you just create a growth tool and you send it through your email, and then you get them through to ManyChat. And also an extra trick that really worked well for us is you create a custom referral link where you push on your email their email, and it gets saved as a custom field when they join the growth tool. So that's where you create a connection.
That's a great point. And actually, I'll pull that up in ManyChat to show you guys what Thomas is talking about if you guys haven't seen that yet. Or do you have it up? Yeah. If you just want to show like on a...
No. Just, so you share your screen, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead
and do
that if that's okay.
Sharing my screen.
Cool. Awesome. So...
And we also have some great tactics that you shared with us.
Let me share my screen real quick. All right. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, ooh, I've never used the annotate feature in Zoom. All right, let's try this, guys. So right here, look at the, oh wait, shoot, I'm not even circling the right thing. Okay,
Nice.
well, whatever. So this and this, the ugliest highlighting ever, but hey, I haven't used this before, so that's kind of cool to know that you can do. So inside of the growth tool, what you guys can do, which a lot of people don't really take advantage of, is actually passing through values through this referral. So what Thomas was talking about is sending the email through here. So for example, doing this on like an email opt-in form or inside of like an actual email newsletter. And maybe we could do a tutorial on this too later on, because I think this is a cool thing that people just aren't taking advantage of. But I just wanted to show you guys where that is inside of ManyChat if you were not aware. All right, I will clear all my drawings and close that up. Stop sharing my screen. Awesome. And let me see, we had one other question too, which is kind of like the core of your platform. So I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts on how you best answer this question, right? So Danielle said, how is this viral? No one really has an idea of what will go viral, and people are always trying all the time with videos, etc. And this is marketing using the Facebook platform. So what am I missing? How is this viral? What do you guys say to people who have similar questions like this?
Yeah, so basically, that's a great question, and it's different. So there's a core difference between viral marketing, viral YouTube videos, referral marketing, and all this stuff. So just to talk a bit about it, so we mention and we focus on referral marketing, so which is basically to incentivize people to invite their friends to get a reward. That's the one thing. The second thing is that you can have referral marketing based on word of mouth and positive word of mouth. So are people happy with your platform and your product? And when we talk about virality and YouTube videos, is that when people share basically something because it's a good piece of content. So it's completely different, but they use the same basically name. Yeah, the same term. And you know, if we talk based on science, when we say that something is viral, that means that basically for every one person that uses something or buys something, they bring one more friend. So that means that the K factor, or the viral coefficient, as it is called, is basically 1, and that means that you go viral, and only a few products, I don't know, maybe Facebook or Snapchat, go viral. So a very good K factor is that if you have, for consumer-based products, is that if you have around 20 to 30%, especially for lead generation, you can get up to 40 or 50%, which is outstanding. And this is how we basically, you know, this what virality means in terms of referral marketing.
And just to facilitate these insights, we have already tagged in our templates the funnel. So if you go through the template, you can see people who got into the growth tool, people who shared, people who got from referrals. So you have immediate insights on that.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I think that virality in its context is really important to know as well, as you mentioned, Savvas, right? Because viral means different things on every single platform, essentially, and different types of content as well, depending on what, you know, so, the aim of your campaign.
Yeah, I've also written a blog post about it, about the different types of virality, because, for example, a product like Slack, it's viral. Actually, it's based on word of mouth and virality, because if you don't have your friends in Slack, you can't use it. So this is another type of virality. We have a blog post about it, and I'm more than happy to chat about it later in the comments.
Absolutely. That would be awesome. Yeah. If you want to drop the link, then fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you have any last questions, quickly drop them in the chat for us. Otherwise, if you're watching the replay, of course, you can drop a comment and we'll do our best to get back to you there. So I'll just wait a second if you guys want to do that. In the meantime, what's the best place for people to follow you two individually, learn a little bit more about Viral Loops, and follow your journey in referral marketing, especially as you guys do more with Messenger?
Yeah, I think our blog is the best place to read. We publish around 1 post per week, and at the moment we focus a lot on messenger marketing. So we have some very interesting articles there. And personally, you can find us on Facebook and LinkedIn, both me and Thomas.
Awesome. I'll drop the links too in the
Great.
description for you guys. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Looks like we answered all of your questions. And what we'll do as well, which Savvas and Thomas have generously given, is if you guys want to try out Viral Loops, based on what you saw, if you think it's interesting, it could help your clients and you want to test it out, then we're giving you guys a 10% off discount. Big thank you to Savvas and Thomas for offering that. So we'll drop the link for that in the description here on YouTube. I'll do that after we go off this live, since I can't do that right now. And then we'll also put that link in
Great.
Facebook for you guys, or wherever you're listening or watching to this. All right. Well, thank you so much, Savvas and Thomas, for taking the time to do this. This was awesome. And I hope this was really valuable for you guys who are watching or listening, because I think that this is going to be the way of the future of marketing for Messenger, because ultimately Facebook will start to charge more and more for this, right? The same way that costs for Facebook ads have increased. And so I think it's really important to just see what all of your options are when you're running a campaign and what the possibilities are as well. So thank you so much for sharing all of that, guys.
Thanks so much. It was great. We had a great time. We get back to you to all of the questions if you have.
Yeah.
And just a small note, I think we made the discount 15%.
Oh, awesome.
Just
Well,
you know.
even better. That's awesome, guys. Thanks so much for being thoughtful.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Bot Fam. All right, guys, we'll see you on our next interview. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you guys